want you to notice just how upright this person's posture is. You know, I like to think we all have a normal gait and walk about us when we walk around, but this person's posture is extremely upright and it's noticeable.
Stockton police just releasing new video showing the person of interest in a series of deadly shootings. He is believed to be connected to the shooting deaths of 5 men in Stockton and 1 man in Oakland. Police say a homeless woman in Stockton was also shot, but she survived. Good afternoon. We do have a lot to cover on this Tuesday. I'm Chris Thomas.
And I'm Laura Painter. We have breaking news on 2 major stories we've been following this week, including an arrest made in the case of a kidnapped Merced family. But first, we start with the latest on the Stockton killings and the search for the potential serial killer. These are the known victims in this series of killings: Paul Yaw, Salvador Debuti Jr., Lawrence Lopez Sr., Jonathan Hernandez Rodriguez, Juan Cruz, and Juan Vasquez Serrano all died between April of last year and this September. The first 5 victims were from Stockton, while Vasquez Serrano was killed in Oakland. And again, police say the only survivor was a 46-year-old homeless black woman shot in April of last year in Stockton.
Tonight, Stockton police have also announced they do believe all 7 cases are connected. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera is live now in Stockton. So, Kurt, how have they been able to connect these cases?
Well, Chris, at a news conference ending just a short time ago, Police Chief Stan McFadden says it is ballistics that ties these cases together. Now, he wouldn't go into detail because he says it would impact the investigation. This surveillance video shows who Stockton police are calling a person of interest. The same person was recorded at not all, but multiple homicide scenes.
We also want you to notice just how upright this person's posture is. You know, I like to think we all have a normal gait and walk about us when we walk around, but this person's posture is extremely upright and it's noticeable.
Investigators still don't know if it is a person or persons tied to all 7 shootings. In the past 24 hours, 2 more cases were connected to the series of homicides. One concerned a black homeless woman outside her tent at the corner of Park and Union Streets in the east side of Stockton. She survived the shooting.
She encountered someone holding a gun at her. There's multiple shots at her as she tried to defend herself by advancing at the suspect. At that time, the suspect lowered his or her shooting platform.
At least 2 of the victims were homeless, but not all. Each was alone, mostly in dark, poorly lit areas. Nothing was taken from victims. Joseph Patterson has been homeless for over 10 years and lives under an overpass in Stockton.
I'm still going to be out at night. I'm still going to be out during the daytime. He's not going to change none of that. So I'm still do what I got to do to maintain my life.
One thing I know about the city of Stockton is that we are resilient. And when we experience and we go through adversity, like the chief said, we come together.
And the reward leading to information to a arrest has now been up to $125,000. The chief says they have no motive at this time, but says the suspect is, quote, on a mission. We're live in Stockton. Back to you.
Well, Kurt, it seems we're getting new information on this story almost every hour. Given what we know about the victims, the chief, for example, made it a point to point out that the black female was of light complexion. Do we have any reason to believe these are hate crimes?
No, he says not at all. In fact, he says there's no rhyme or reason for these random shootings, Chris. Most of the victims are male Hispanics. One is a white male, and of course, the one black female that you referred to. And there could be even more cases out there. We just don't know at this hour.
Our Kurt Rivera reporting live for us on the breaking news in Stockton. Kurt, thank you.
More new developments just into our newsroom. Police have arrested a person of interest in the kidnapping of a Merced family. Their relatives are pleading with the community after the family of 4 were kidnapped in broad daylight.
It's just unbelievable. They say an 8-month-old baby, the mother, father, and uncle were all taken from their business in Merced, and they had just opened a few days ago. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias is live tonight, and you just spoke to the wife of one of the men who was kidnapped, Roxanne?
I did, Chris. I spoke to several of their family members, all of them telling me that the family had actually come here more than a decade ago for the American dream. But as of tonight, right now, they are still missing, and their family is desperately searching for them.
Yesterday, like hearing what happened, that's like American nightmare. It's the opposite of what any American would want.
Suk Bela is shocked and angered while he searches for answers after 4 of his family members were kidnapped Monday morning. According to the Merced County Sheriff's Office, they were notified around 1 in the afternoon and responded to a business on South Highway 59.
They have a trucking company, it's called Unison Trucking, and they made a new truck yard with the office, and they barely started. This Monday, yesterday, when they got kidnapped, it was only 6 days they start this business in this place.
Family members say they were taken from this office you see here off Route 59, and they have no idea why they were kidnapped.
And my husband is a very peaceful and calm person. We don't have any clue that why they kidnapped them.
The sheriff's office just releasing that a person of interest is in custody. They say one of the victims' ATM cards was used in the city of Atwater shortly after they identified Jesus Manuel Salgado. They say he then attempted to take his own life, but is now in custody and in critical condition. But the family is still missing. As for their loved ones, they leave you with this message as they await their family's safe return.
For the suspect, what he did was cowardly. There is no honor in taking a 7 to 8 month old, right? This is a little baby. For any American out there, think about your own family.
Please, I have 6-year-old and 9-year-old kid, and they are waiting for their dad. Please, please send my family back. Please return my family.
The family is still very desperate for answers themselves, and the Merced Sheriff's Office is asking you if you have any more tips or any more information. They want you to call this number. It is 209-385-7547. We're also hoping to learn more information on this at 10 o'clock tomorrow in the morning.
Wow,
Chris, Laura, back to you.
So heartbreaking. Such a beautiful family. We really are hoping that they are found safe. Roxanne, thank you. You can get alerts on breaking news sent straight to your phone as soon as it happens. Just download the free ABC 10 app on Google Play or the Apple Store.
Well, the community is demanding justice tonight after a man was shot and killed by a Sacramento County deputy. The family of 55-year-old Jaime Naranjo says he was having a mental health crisis when they called 911. Just hours ago, the family met outside the Sacramento County Administration Center demanding 4 things: the release of the body cam video, the return of camera footage from the family's personal security camera, releasing the name of the deputy who fired the shots, and funding of a 24/7 non-emergency response for mental health calls.
We need change.
Yes.
We need services. We need funding.
Yes.
This should not have happened.
Not at all.
My father should be here.
The anguish, the anger, and the frustration that this family is feeling is felt throughout the community. Why? Because we have fought against the same thing. We've attempted to prevent this same thing that continues to happen.
According to the sheriff's office, the 55-year-old was carrying a machete when he was shot. When the deputy arrived at the home a few minutes later, both residents were outside. Then at some point, they say, the man advanced with the machete and the deputy opened fire. Now keep in mind the deputy was indeed wearing a body camera, and we are told the video will be released.
And turning now to weather. This is a live look at downtown Truckee. Beautiful and warm day today. Still feeling like summer, but if you're looking for some fall vibes, don't worry. You might have noticed it's been getting cooler as the sun sets. We bring in now Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods. Today is the last day, you say, of 80s before Mother Nature really turns up that dial.
That's right. So those overnight lows are really going to be where we have the opportunity to feel some fall-like conditions. As you can see, clear skies throughout the state. So high pressure, it's going to keep us dry and warm for the next several days. Temperatures right now in the upper 80s to right around 90 in the valley, close to 80 for the foothills and up top for the Sierra. In the 70s, we're about 1 to 3 degrees warmer than yesterday, and it's a trend we're going to follow for the next several days. Light southwest wind will keep us at least on the cooler side for tonight, but then that kind of shuts down for the next couple of days, and we continue to see that warming weather pattern. In fact, for the next 8 to 14 days, well above average temperatures. We're talking 5 to 15 degrees above where we should be this time of year. Clear skies as we head into tonight. Just a few of those high clouds early tomorrow morning. Lows once again starting off in the upper 50s. Highs will be in the 90s. Our sunset today at 6:44. Our sunrise at 7:05.
Thank you, Monica. Next at 5, the American River Parkway is now clean. We'll show you just how much trash was removed.
For 25 years, Ballet Folklorico Los Falcones has been transforming children's lives.
Keep them out of trouble. They keep them in track to go to the university.
The free program is connecting children to their Mexican roots.
This dress and like the dresses and the music and the community, it really makes you feel connected to your culture and to your family and your roots.
Watch Wednesday at 6:30 on To the Point with Alex Bell. ABC 10, we stand for you.
If Prop 29 passes, it would shut down my clinic and I could possibly die. And this proposition, it sucks. Why are we here again? Myself and 80,000 other dialysis patients, our lives are at stake. Vote no on Prop 29.
Keep your eyes peeled for that Irish Green Goblin, because right now, if you catch him or call Gallagher's and purchase one tune-up, you'll get one free. I love it. Call now and an impeccably dressed stand-up guy will bound over to your place smiling on a spring-loaded stick. It's Gallagher's Pogo offer. I'm Tim Gallagher, and I'm so happy because now you know.
The stand-up guys who work for Gallagher's. The stand-up guys from Gallagher's.
With dentures from Aspen Dental, all they'll see is your confident smile. How do we do it? We provide exceptional care all in one place. And our denture experts craft natural-looking dentures right in our in-office labs because we'll do anything to make sure your smile looks like your smile. Right now, get replacement dentures starting at just $2.99 per arch. We can even get started today. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your complimentary denture consultation now.
I never thought in my wildest dreams I had a problem with my kidneys. And then wham, my whole existence changed. If Prop 29 passes, clinics will close and people will die. It's as simple as that. Vote no on 29.
Closed captioning sponsored by Bell Brothers, your hometown experts in plumbing, windows, heating, and air.
Well, tracking some of the other big stories we're following at 5, the city of Folsom is giving out kitchen pails that can be used to store food waste for composting. You can pick one up next Saturday, October 15th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the historic Folsom Farmers Market.
Right now, the American River is free of more than 39,000 pounds of trash and debris. Now, all that junk was removed from the American River during a cleanup event 2 weeks ago. American River Parkway Foundation hosted its 19th annual Great American River Cleanup September 17th. More than 1,300 volunteers of all picked up the trash, clothes, plastic, batteries, all sorts of stuff, and other debris from Discovery Park to Black Miners Bar in Lake Natoma.
And next at 5, the blame game begins on high gas prices. Is there any relief in sight?
Night, survivors pulled from the heart of the storm zone, the death toll rising, plus storm victims who claim they never received an evacuation notice. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
I'm Josh Harder, and I approve this message.
It's been a brutal couple years. The rug was pulled out from under us. We wouldn't have made it without Josh Harder. He helped small businesses to get the loans we needed to keep us afloat. Josh was relentless, but Tom Patty is just out for himself. Tom Patty took all that money for his own business, but he was the only supervisor who refused to give relief to struggling Valley families and small businesses. The only person that Tom Patty looks out for is himself.
Watch me. Watch me pirouette with style and grace. An open floor of inspiration. This is my place. 5 positions to start, leotard and tights. A story through movement, under music and lights. Straight and tall, they promised I'd stand. I'm a ballerina who twirls like the blades of a fan. Watch me. Innovative scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
For our seat in Congress, Nancy Pelosi's made her pick, and it's Kermit Jones. Why Kermit Jones? Because he will rubber stamp her agenda. Jones supports Pelosi's $4 trillion in spending that caused the sky-high gas and grocery prices, crushing our families. And if Pelosi has her way, Jones will join her to defund the police and raise the gas tax even higher. Kermit Jones, he's not with us, he's with Pelosi.
I'm Kevin Kiley, and I approve this message.
How did Red Hawk Casino get voted best over 100 times? By bringing our A game every day. That means over 2,500 of the hottest slots, action-packed table games, gourmet dining to suit every taste, and most of all, the friendliest staff around. And stay tuned. We're bringing a new way to stay and play with a luxurious resort hotel and the Apex at Red Hawk Amusement Complex opening soon. We're Red Hawk Resort Casino, taking your gaming and entertainment experience to the next level.
As families struggle with inflation, what's Kevin Kiley's priority? To ban all abortions. Kiley would rather embrace a radical agenda to make a name for himself than solve the problems facing our families.
As a Navy flight surgeon, I took an oath to put my nation first. And I'll do the same in Congress. So instead of these culture wars, I'll fight inflation. I'll protect a woman's right to choose. Leaders don't create problems, we solve them. I'm Dr. Kermit Jones, and I approve this message.
Foot, leg, knee, hip, or back pain? We can help. The Good Feet Store.
In tonight's Reiner Report, the average price of gas in California, I am sorry to say, jumped again overnight by a few cents. It's now $6.41.
Governor Gavin Newsom says it's because oil companies are ripping people off, but some energy experts disagree. ABC 10's Morgan Reiner covers all things politics. So Morgan, why are gas prices so high in California?
I spoke to 5 energy experts today. 4 of them said this is not because of greed. This is because of supply and demand and California's environmental policies. The others said everyone else I spoke to is wrong.
My first question to everyone today, why are gas prices so high?
Maybe 5 refineries that are offline, at least temporarily. And so the supply of California blended gasoline is a lot lighter than everybody had planned.
Like University of Houston energy fellow Ed Hers, Mark Agerton, who is an assistant professor at UC Davis focusing on energy and resource economics, pointed to the several refineries closed for maintenance.
We have a special blend of gasoline that's mandated by the Air Resources Board to help deal with local air pollution from our cars. And so not a lot of places make that kind of gasoline. Because of that, our import options are really limited to kind of help offset this shortage.
Patrick DeHaan agreed that strict environmental guidelines make it hard to meet demand when there's a cutoff in supply. He is a market analyst and fuel forecaster. My second question for him and everyone else today, was Newsom right or wrong when he said these high prices are due to oil companies' greed?
What we're seeing is simply misinformation. This is simply supply and demand related.
I'm hesitant to blame high prices on greed.
The governor's kind of playing fast and loose with the rhetoric and the facts.
My next question, if supply is the issue, why not expand California refineries? Severin Borenstein is a director at the UC Berkeley Energy Institute. He said it's hard to convince businesses to invest or expand gas in California.
We're at the same time telling refineries that we're actually phasing out gasoline. And we need policies to do that in a much smoother way.
Jamie Court disagreed with everyone and everything.
I find that just a phony argument. The gas economy is not going away anytime soon.
He is the president of Consumer Watchdog and believes the refineries plan maintenance at the same time on purpose.
When you have 5 refiners that make 97% of our gasoline, they can control the supply to drive up the price, and they are.
And we will likely never know for a fact if the oil companies actually plan maintenance at the same time to drive up the price for revenge. For the experts that said environmental laws are at play, another theme today was a balancing scale. You will pay more for it, but California has cleaner air as a result.
So strange to think revenge may be at play here with all of this. It's just so bizarre. Morgan, thank you.
And now to the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. The death toll is still rising. At least 101 deaths have been confirmed in Florida and 4 others in North Carolina. Search and rescue teams are out in full force nearly a week after Hurricane Ian made landfall. Now, thousands were pulled from their destroyed homes and taken to shelters. Hundreds of thousands are still without power. For some, it may be up to a month before their lights are back on. President Biden is planning on visiting the area tomorrow to tour the destruction and meet with the people who have been affected.
But Monica, it's just devastation when you look at this. I know it's something you were tracking for several days, and now we're still hearing the horrific stories of the families who are trying to put things back together.
It's going to be quite a while. Yeah, you're right about that. Now, locally, we have some warm conditions that we're going to be tracking in through the rest of our work week here. Our temperatures for today, very similar to yesterday, mid to upper 80s throughout the valley. Awfully close to 90 there for Marysville, though, as well as Sacramento at 88 degrees and Stockton checking in at 88 this afternoon. 80s for the foothills and 70s for the Sierra. Still have some beautiful color going on up there. Got a wrap up of our summer season and the number of 100s this year. 44 for downtown Sacramento. That is the most we've ever seen in a year. Stockton coming in as the most ever as well at 40. Sacramento Executive with 29 days at 100 degrees or above. That's going to place 6th. And for Modesto, 7th with 28 days of 100s through the end of September. Now, we still have record highs all the way through the middle of October in the 100s, and it looks like we're in for that warming trend and then a little bit cooler as we edge towards the end of our weekend into early next week. As I mentioned, though, some great color up top for the Sierra. This at least has a fall-like look to it. Ed Engelhart sending this in from Lundy Canyon. And we sure appreciate those weather force photos. You can upload them on the ABC 10 app. Also track our weather conditions as we're starting to get a little bit closer to the midweek forecast. It's going to be warm, kind of timing out when the best time to be outside to avoid that heat on our ABC 10 app with that hour-by-hour forecast. Our Gilmore backyard right now, we've got sunny skies. Our temperatures in the 80s. We're still at 72, though, for Tahoe with sunny skies. Hourly forecast for tomorrow. Starting it off once again, cool, 59 degrees. We're up to 90 for that afternoon high with those light west winds kicking in. So no more are we seeing that beautiful push in from the Pacific. Instead, we're going to see lighter winds, warmer temperatures, 70s by the time we get to 8 p.m. And again, we have less daylight, but that's not stopping the heat from building under this ridge of high pressure. It's sinking, warming air. Plenty of moisture off in the Pacific. It just can't get past that high pressure ridge. So we're going to see those highs in the 90s for the end of the work week into the weekend. Highs for tomorrow in the 70s for the Sierra, 80s to near 90 down the hill. 5-day forecast, we've got sunshine across the board here. A very persistent weather pattern. Highs will be in the low to mid 90s, but those lows are in the 30s. Nice, crisp and cool for the Sierra. 60s along the coast. We get to 92 for Fairfield as we head deeper inland. Morning lows in the 50s, but our highs again upper 80s to right around the low 90s. And we'll see that as well in the Sacramento region. El Dorado Hills and Folsom were up to 90, Vacaville 93, Rio Vista and Yuba City at 91. 10-day forecast, highs in the low to mid 90s. By Wednesday, lasting through Sunday. A little cooler next week, no rain, but again, we're pretty early into our rainy season here.
Sad when we're looking forward to the high 80s. Huh?
I know, right? Yeah, that's where we're at.
Definitely says something.
Thanks, Monica.
And coming up on ABC 10 News at 6, the latest on California's drought conditions.
Gilmore Backyard, sponsored by Gilmore Heating and Air. You really do get more with Gilmore. Girls, I have to let you know your marketing plan is crushing it. Boom! 5-star reviews, our customer service has never been better. And adding Mom has taken us to a whole new level.
You're right, Dad, but Mom has one issue she wants to address.
That last TikTok was not your best. I think you guys need to step up your game.
We thought you might say that. Ready, Dad?
At ABC 10, we believe your story matters.
You're letting people in the community, like myself and others, freely talk about what it is that's important to us.
This is the kind of reporting that actually will stimulate people to come there because it shows the richness of culture.
The news work that you guys do, it's meaningful. It's very meaningful.
Well, you know, we're all part of a bigger story. You know, it's not just about us.
ABC 10, we stand for you.
For 45 years, my wife Sydney and I have enjoyed the American River Parkway. Today, crime and homelessness have chased too many families away. But this special place belongs to all of us. That's why in the Assembly, I'm working to end all camping here, to get people into housing, to reduce the number of dangerous fires, and reduce violent crime too. I'm Ken Cooley. It's time to make the American River Parkway safe for our families again.
There are so many facets to our culture, and there's so many Latin American countries, and they're all different. So Hispanic Heritage Month is all about learning and sharing information.
Right now is the perfect time to replace your old windows. That's right. New windows will keep your home comfortable all winter long. They also reduce your furnace use, which will save you money on your utility bills. Every window we sell is installed by a Bell Brothers employee, not an unreliable subcontractor like the other guys. And the best part, they look amazing. Call now for $250 off every new window and $350 off every entry door. It's our best sale of the year.
Pape Machinery is proud to be your go-to equipment resource in the Sacramento Valley. Whether you're working on your yard or tending to your home garden, we provide a range of versatile equipment solutions that help you tackle every job. Right now, you can take advantage of 0 down and 0% financing for 84 months on all new 1 through 4 Series John Deere compact utility tractors. Visit one of our 9 locations in the Sacramento Valley today to get started. Pape keeps you moving.
It's your time to cash in at Cache Creek Casino Resort.
My name is Patricia Parra. I am from El Salvador, Central America. To me, being Latina means being part of a strong lineage of proud men and women who are dedicated, who are hardworking, who are intellectual, and also have a lot of influence. Although I'm not Mexican, take for example Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez. The things that they stood for, the impact that they had in the community are things that we also stand behind.
Yeah, all throughout National Hispanic Heritage Month, we're highlighting Hispanic and Latin Americans, and we want to hear from you. What person or place should we highlight for Hispanic Heritage Month? Just text HHM to 916-321-3310 to let us know.
And now to some breaking news in the sports world. This is a positive story. It's real great. A New York Yankees star and Linden native Aaron Judge hit his 62nd home run just moments ago. This sets an all-new American League record. How about that? Judge is an outfielder that graduated from Linden High School in San Joaquin County. We know this for sure is making that community very, very proud. His teachers, his family, we are so proud of him as well. Right now, the Yankees are playing the Texas Rangers, and they are up 1-0.
We have been watching. The family mom has been there. You know what I mean? So this is just great news for the local community. We needed some light, good news for a change. Huh?
I wonder who caught the ball, though.
Oh, I know, right?
Ooh.
And did they keep it? You know, some people have been with the ball.
Hopefully a little kid.
Probably. That'd be probably nice if they did return it.
Nice to end on a positive note.
I love it.
Thanks so much for joining us, you all. We'll continue tracking the breaking news. We'll see you tonight at 6.